I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, guys? What is up? We are at Quarantine with the Stars, and I am brought to you with one of the biggest stars, one of the youngest and biggest stars. I call him Young King because he's one of the little homies. And ever since I met him, I knew he was destined for greatness. But y'all know him as one of the bidding stars from Nickelodeon's All That. Lex, how you doing, man?
Hey, bro, I'm chilling, bro. Thank you so much for the intro, man. That's flattering. Thank you. I'm feeling good, bro. How about you?
I'm doing well. We out here. As everybody knows, we are at home. We are staying safe because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But one things we're going to be talking about is how you're staying safe and how you're staying creative and interacting with the fans while being at home. We're going to be talking about all the things that's going on and all that. What can we expect coming up? We got some fan questions, and then we got to see what's going on with your personal brand, man. I see you doing all these skits. You're doing live with Lex. You're doing all this. You got maybe some new music coming on. So there's a lot to talk about, man. You're doing too much, and it's great to see because as a 14-year-old, I'm expecting, oh, let's go play some video games. Nah, man, you work. It's definitely great. But first off, first question is, how's quarantine going for you? How's everything with the family? Everything going?
Yeah, we chilling, man. We just here. We getting some homemade food. Right now, my mom cutting up some potatoes, so I'm excited. I'm excited for what she's gonna do over there. But I'm happy, bro. We with the family. This is one of those things. Like, we're getting to spend quality time with our families, and that's what I think is a great goal. One thing that we've been focusing on during the quarantine. But yeah,
that's what's up. Have you been able to spend time with your dad? I know he's back in Indy, but have you been able to has he come out here yet, or y'all been able to hang out at all?
Well, we just sold our house recently, so he's been having to go back and forth and pack and everything. So yeah, he's coming back out. I think he's coming here on Sunday, I think. But he's bringing everything, and since he's packing up and bringing everything over here, that means the PS4 is coming. So I'm playing. But my dad, he's just going back and forth, and yeah, he's coming back.
Well, that's what's up. I'm glad that the whole family is back together. And what shows are you binge watching since you're in this quarantine and since we have literally nothing but time?
Well, I've actually been watching, I've been rewatching some shows. Like, on my Netflix account, I started watching Stranger Things over again. We started watching All American. I'm watching The Flash, Black Lightning, Supergirl. We watch it all. Even I started watching a little bit of Batwoman. That's fire.
Right.
And the whole universe. So seeing Batwoman, that's it's crazy.
Yeah, I love Batwoman. Oh, I was gonna say I love Batwoman. Just started watching that because it's like the Green Arrow new, because we just saw Arrow leave, so we need another gritty superstar that's actually gonna fight and stuff. So it was great to see. But that's what's up. Yeah. Another show that I'm watching, though, always binge watching, is All That. So I know I gotta support the homie. I love watching you guys. I love the whole cast, but especially you always killing it. And
thanks.
The anniversary is almost coming up, June 15th, June 16th. It's almost been a year since y'all been on the air. How has that been like, man? You're not new no more. You a vet.
For real, we coming up on the veteran years, man. It feels crazy because we're really starting to settle into our roles as a cast. Because one of the great things about being a part of such a large cast and a diverse cast is seeing different backgrounds and seeing how well we mix together. And when that all comes together, that's when it plays out the best on TV. And I feel like when this year is coming up, we've seen each other and we know how to work with each other. And I feel like the chemistry is coming across better on camera.
What's up? And one of the newest episodes, you guys actually did a cameo with Danger Force. How was that? So they're like the new guys now. How is it?
Yeah. It's funny because I remember the whole cast coming to Nickelodeon, and the Danger Force was they were the seniors and we the freshmen coming in. So now the roles are reversed, and now it's a spinoff of Henry Danger and Danger Force. They're the new kids now. So it's crazy. But the spinoff, or not the spinoff, but the collaboration was a lot of fun because they're cool kids. And we didn't know that they were on the Danger Force cast at first. And we were just chilling with them and crafting. And when we found out, we were like, oh my goodness, they are like, we watched Henry Danger as we were growing up, and to see the spinoff and to see how it's gonna work, I'm excited to see. And they're a really good group of kids.
That's what's up. Yeah, I've been watching Danger Force. I used to watch Henry Danger, like you said. And speaking of like them, what you watching them while you were growing up, people that I watched growing up was the OG cast of all that, the Keenans, the Kales, all of them, Josh, and it's great to see that they always come back, support, and not only that, they're also in the show with you guys doing cameos. What has it been like working with them and just learning from them?
Well, it's an undescribable feeling, because being on a big show with such a huge background, and all that was already huge when we came onto it. All that was like this huge big thing, and us coming onto it as a new kid, hard to like cope with being like on such an iconic show. And the OGs being there to help us out and give us advice and to coach us through these hard times is like it's the best thing in the world. It's like having an older sibling.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And is there more cameos to come, or can you tease anything?
I mean, I guess y'all just gonna have to watch all that on Saturdays at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? Go check it out. Go check it out.
I feel that. I feel like Coach Creedon's coming on this episode, right? Coach Creedon
Yes,
is
sir.
back.
Yeah, yeah. I love that character. Coach Creed. The life I live.
And do you have a lot of scenes with him on this one?
Yeah. We were in the preview, we were playing ping pong, and it was so funny, like watching Kel's physical comedy. He's like the best at it. It's so funny watching him. But yeah, it was a lot of fun being on set with Kel. And the thing about being on set with him is it's so hard so hard not to break and like keep a straight face, because he's like doing all this crazy stuff and you gotta sit here like he's looking weird, but it's the funniest thing in the world. So you're like, it is like it's horrible, but it's a lot of fun.
That's what's up. And like for music videos to impressions, have they dropped any gems on you? Like how have they helped you out in those? Because I see y'all do music videos all the time. Kate's got
Yeah.
another Justin Bieber music video coming
Yes.
out. Like so that's
Yeah.
I can't even wait for that one. How's that been? How's that experience?
Yo, I mean, like watching it go down. Like I saw Kate. I remember Kate walking out of her dressing room looking like Justin Bieber, and I was like, "Yo, Kate, is that you?" She goes, "Yeah." I was like, "No, that's not." I mean, she looks exactly like Justin, and then she goes in a character and she look at it and she acts like Justin. I'm like, man, and then just like being like seeing it on the little TV is so cool, and I can't wait to see it all put together. That's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be cool.
Oh yeah. And I'm excited for that one. But one of my favorites was when you was Travis and y'all did like In the Room or something, and y'all had the whole cast in there. That was live. That was live. How was that?
That was our first. No, that was our second music video. We did the funny music video way back before we started shooting sketches. But like, we were all like crazy. We were going crazy in there. It was a real party because we had little confetti poppers. We had like the little cannons. It was a lot of fun. It was like a real party on set, and then they had the little strobe lights and everything, and the music was playing. And that was my first time like shooting, like I don't know, going in the studio, doing some stuff with it. But like that was a crazy experience doing that one. That was my first time. And creating music has been something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So that was something, because like my studio is just in my room with the phone like this, and I got to rap like this. But when I with the going into the studio and getting that full experience is hard to describe.
Yeah, that's next level, man. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what you got coming, because I already know you working on some stuff. You multi-talented. So we're gonna get into that stuff. But before we get into that, I want to talk about some more of the impressions, because from the jump, impressions has been something that like you have stood out from the first episode with Nick Cannon to the biggest one from the biggest one in my personal, like for me, was Denzel. I love seeing you do Denzel. What has been like your favorite experience doing that, and like where did all these come from?
Well, all these impressions, I just practiced them a lot. Denzel is actually one of my favorite actors, and he's my favorite impression to do. And he's Denzel Washington is an inspiration. But yeah, I just like it's hard to explain, because doing impressions, it's not it's crazy. It's hard to explain, but the whole feature of it, it's like, I don't know, man. It's, oh man, I don't know, bro. But like, just doing it and becoming a whole other person. Like when you become a character, that's the character that you made up and you thought of their background. But like when you're doing an impression, you have to go and watch that person. You know, see all their little ticks and see all their quirks. And that's one of the things. Like the whole experience is like totally different. It's great.
So, and the ones that you've done in the show, I've seen Nick Cannon, I've seen Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Denzel. Were some of these some that you auditioned for, or are these like kind of given to you from the studio?
So the only impression that I think I auditioned with was Barack Obama. He
Mhm.
was the impression that I've ever done, and I was excited when I saw him come on the show, and I was very happy that they wrote him in. But the rest of the impressions, they weren't. They were written. The rest of the impressions, the writers, they were like, "Yo, Lex, can you do this impression?" Or, for example, with Denzel, I did it in stand-up comedy, right?
Mm.
And writers, Mr. James Third, he went and he saw the video and he was like, "Yo, I want to do this. I want to write. I want to write about this one." But like, yeah, and that's how it happens. So yeah.
That's dope. So like the producers, they see what you're doing outside of this, outside of all that, and they incorporate that stuff. Is there any other stuff that they've incorporated in the show so far, or that they've talked about incorporating later?
So okay, so there was this one character that actually never got put in. So my Uncle Velvet character, he's like the
Mhm.
yo Dilly, you know what I'm saying? And basically it was that character, but he was a jazz player, you know what I'm saying? I might even do a little bit of on my Instagram, but they basically he was a player that played the blues, and the character and kids would come to him during lunch and they would have milk and they would just be talking about their blues, and then he would riff on it on the piano. And that was one character that they talked about doing, but it never happened. And they actually wrote about it in the first season, but like it was like it never happened. And that is one character that was like that was I actually had to learn a piano style to do that one. Like I had to learn how to play the jazz and riff on it, like not just play like a song, but I had to be able to freestyle in the jazz and play and talk while singing. So that was crazy. But yeah,
That's what's up,
yeah,
man. Man, I'm
yeah.
I'm just excited to see all the different talents that you have, but just portrayed on
Oh,
the big screen, on the TV,
thank
because
you.
I already know it's gonna be live. But I'm gonna ask this question because I know the fans want to know. Me,
I
I want to know. And but at the end of the day, y'all have to be safe. Have you heard anything about when you guys can get back to shooting? When it's gonna be safe to get back to shooting?
They got us in the dark. You know what I'm saying? They ain't told us nothing. We don't know. We don't know too much about it, but they said they want to wait till it's safe, and because we do live shows, and they want to have that experience again, and they want to wait till it's safe for like people to be able to gather in large crowds. So I don't know how soon that's gonna happen, but they're finding new ways and new content right now. Like just like what Danger Force did, where they shot it from like home. That's kind of like we're talking about doing something like that. But yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up. I was because I saw like the SNLs, the Danger Force.
yeah.
They do like specials, but I didn't know if it would work for all that because you guys interact with the cast so much. Like I've been able to like come watch you guys live, and I love that energy that you guys feed to the audience. So I'm just excited to have you guys come back. And once it's safe for everybody to see, it's gonna be a great experience. And I definitely will be in the crowd for that one. But
Hey,
I feel like I call you Young King, but I feel like your nickname should be Mr. Verified because
Mister.
nowadays from Instagram, from TikTok, like everywhere, you just verified. Finally, the world
Bro,
figuring out who Mr. Lex Lumpkin is, man.
oh, thank you.
How's that feeling? Like it's
Yo,
coming real, man. From Indiana to LA, verified. What's good?
it's like do I call Hollywood or do Hollywood call me? You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling right now. Like I woke up this morning and I saw my TikTok, like I had like 36 text messages, and it was from all that group chat. And then I went on there and they were like, "Yo, oh my goodness, you got verified." I'm like, "Yo, snap, thank you guys." I didn't even notice. Like I just woke up to it. I'm like, "Whoa, it happened on TikTok too." I didn't even expect it at first. And then on Instagram, when I found out it happened, I was just, it's hard to explain. I couldn't process what I was thinking. Like, I was just going crazy. My mind was racing. And I was like, this was something that I've been like, because you see it on the stars that you follow. You see it on the people that you love watching their content. But then when you see your own blue check, it's like crazy, bro. And it's gonna come to you soon. You gonna know that. You gonna know that, my brother. You gonna know that feeling. It's gonna come to you.
Hey, I appreciate it, but hey, this ain't about me. We talking about you because you deserve that blue check. You be working hard, dog. Like I said earlier, most people in quarantine, they playing video games, they playing Xbox. When I was told I was working home, I was like, okay, let me get my Xbox. But nah, you working, man. You working. You doing. Hey, you got crazy castings, live with Lex. You do all type of skits, all type of music. So first off, let me just go with crazy castings. Where did that concept come from, and how has that evolved from where it started?
Well, we knew that I can do impressions, and we were just trying to figure out ways that I could flex in that arena. And my parents, they read my scripts before I shoot them to make sure ain't nothing crazy happening on my page. But I wanted a way to flex in that arena. And I have a lot of, like, for example, you guys probably wouldn't know that I do a Jason Statham impression. You know what I mean? You're looking at me. I'm gonna beat you up if you keep doing it. You know what I mean? But just like things like that, people would never know if I didn't do the crazy casting. And it's something that I love doing, and people can enjoy. Like, they can request, like, Lex, can you do this impression for this role, or could you do this for this? And that's just something that I thought would be extremely fun, and I wrote it out, and it became more and more, and it shaped itself, and it became funnier and funnier as I thought of the idea.
That's what's up, man. So other than Denzel, what has been your favorite new impression to do? Because I see in your lives, everybody be like, Lex, do this, Lex, do that. I'm like, what's one that's like your new favorite?
Yo, I was working on an Idris Elba impression. I can't say too much now. I mean, I'm still working on, still getting the kinks, but it's like, look, with the tragedies going on and me catching it, I just want to say, wash your hands and stay 6 feet apart. But yeah, I'm still working on it. But I'm working on it.
I got you, man. You got all type of impressions in the pocket, dog. That's what's up.
Thanks, bro. And I recently also picked up like a Kevin Hart one. That was the most recent crazy casting. But yeah, thank you so much, man.
That's what's up. Where'd you get the like inspiration to start doing impressions? Because like there's one thing to just do acting, but like the impressions to want to go out and do that, to like learn about it. Was that just like something you've always wanted to do, or like do you find inspiration from someone?
I had always thought it was cool, like watching Aries Spears and Jay Farrow and Jamie Foxx do all those impressions. And I thought it was really cool. Like, how did they do that? And one day I was listening, because I'm not going to do it because I haven't practiced it, but I started doing it, Martin Luther King impression. And because I was listening to his speech, and I was listening to his cadence, you know what I'm saying? And the more I heard of it, and I started trying to replicate it. And then, you know what? I was like, I could start doing it. So then I started doing Obama. And that was like my very first like actual impression that I started doing. And that's how it began. Like, one day I just decided I wanted to do it,
That's what's up, man.
And also, when I was younger, I also did like my coaches and my dad, like, hey. Like, I started doing this character called Coach Gruffy. And he was basically like an army sergeant who always he was a baton twirling coach, and he was very serious about it, and he treated it like the army. He'd be like, NFL stands for not for long. If you drop my baton, quit playing with me, Keisha, or something like that. That sounds crazy. Like, you're supposed to train like a beast, but look like a beauty. Right now, your beauty on vacation, and you're looking like a gremlin. I told you this, Veronica, or something like that. But that was one of my audition characters. But just doing characters like that, I just love doing it.
That's what's up. And you still do your mom, like, do skits about your mom all the time. How's she feeling about this? Because every time I see you do your mom, you got the white towel on the top. And I know every time I'm like, Mama Lumpkin is gonna be feeling some type of way. Cause I'm like, I know I wouldn't be doing that by my mama.
Bro, I got a story about that. Every time I go in the room to get a washcloth, my mom be side-eyeing me. Like, she be on the bed, she look up, she look. And as I walk, I go in to get the towel, and as I walk out, it's like she like, She get mad every time I walk in there, and I don't know if I might have to relocate. Okay, I don't know if I don't know if I might get kicked out anytime soon. So
Look, every time you do skits of your mom, just lock that door real quick. By Ma, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We good. Nothing's bad. And then just pop up on IG like, my bad.
Hey mom, I didn't know it was I shot it and I started editing it, and then I didn't know I was gonna release it. Siri did it.
Exactly. It wasn't me, it was Siri. Like, no, but I love that. And that's one thing I always see in the lives that you do is that people always be asking when you go like do your mom impression, that kind of stuff. But like where you do live with Lex, where did that come up with now? Because like people do IG story or IG live, they just interact with the fans, but you kind of put it on as like its head. You do the interviews now. How did that come about?
So every Tuesday we go live with Lex, maybe even multiple times a week, whether it's with the guests or not. People just wanted to ask me questions, and people just wanted to go. They kept telling me because I never went live that much, and they were always like, "Lex, why don't you go live? Lex, I need you to go live because I want to ask you some questions." And I said, "You know what? I will." And then I was like, if I did this frequently and I did this on a regular schedule, maybe people could start catching on, and maybe it could even become its own thing, like a podcast or something. But just just interacting with the fans and connected with my friends and like, yo, so can you go live with me? And they'll be like, sure. And then I did it. But like, yeah, it just started off as an idea and it became a thing.
How's it been interacting with the fans? Because like I watch and you like just live with them, so you'll add them to your live, and there was someone from London earlier today. There was like all around the world, your fans, and you getting to interact with them face to face, even though we're in this time. How has that been?
It's crazy. I love doing that with the fans because they get so mad at me. Like when they're from, like, for example, that the girl that was from London, she said she's from England, and I said, I started doing an English accent. I said, "How's my accent?" And she said, "We don't all talk like that." They get so mad with me. She said, I was like, "I'm very proper, aren't I?" I remember one time I said, "Do you want a cup of tea?" And they said, "Not everybody here likes tea, Lex." And I was like, "Oh snap, my bad." I mean, you're right. I'm sure some people like some chicken or something. I don't know, but like, yeah, they get mad at me. But it's cool.
If someone asks me like, "Hey, Jeff, you like chicken?" I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna answer that. Yes, I like chicken, but don't ask me that question.
For real, I know I'm black. That's a stereotype, and you know I like chicken, so don't ask that. You know I like chicken.
Next question. Next question.
You better not give me no baked chicken either. Fried only.
Exactly. What I look like.
For real, bro. Okay. So one time, my aunt, she made some baked chicken for my granddad, and he don't play that. So when he saw the baked chicken, she peeled off all the skin and she just baked it. So what he did was he went to the stove and got his own pack of chicken and cooked it at her house. so he didn't want the chicken, so he went and made his own. I'm like,
hey, that's family. They don't care. They gonna let you know. That's real. I mean, look, why you give me that? You know I don't want that. But that's fun. That's real right there. That's that family. That's love. But hey, one thing I want to talk about as well is not only do you bring fans on, you bring other stars on and you start pubbing them. How has that been like? And like, have you been able to like, what have you learned from other like stars and other? I think you even brought like a casting producer on there.
Yeah. So what I try to do is I try to keep my audience diverse, and I try to bring diverse guests on, and I try to bring people of all colors, shapes, sizes, everything. And just like, that's, I can attract a larger audience. And when I'm pubbing them, it's just spreading the love, you know what I'm saying? And like, I remember I have a few actors that are following me, like, yo, how can I get in this business? How can I do this? They ask me questions like that. And they're like, you know what? Let me bring on a casting director and then y'all could get to know her a little quick. And then she gave him advice like what they look for in audition rooms. How do casting directors do this? Like, what are they thinking? And they said she just be yourself. And she told them where they can audition. You don't need an agent to audition. And she basically just like she was just helping them out.
That's real dope.
Yeah.
It's like you still somewhat new to the game, but you're dropping gems to so many people that would love to know because they at the end of the day, they see you and it's great that they see you because like, dang, Lex can do it, maybe I can, and you're showing them how. So that's real cool. But one thing that what were you saying?
I was gonna say when the tide rises, all the boats rise.
Big facts. And one thing about Big Tides is like when you brought Keenan on there, today you brought Lisa on there, some of the OGs from all that. How has that experience been like? And like, is it just for me, I'm watching it and I literally comment, I said legendary because you having Keenan on there. I was raised watching him. How is that?
Man, you know, it feels like a dream. Like every now and then I gotta pinch myself to make sure like that I'm awake. Like this is real. Like this, and it just shows that like as the work you put in, you're gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep grinding, you're gonna get there, you know what I'm saying? And right now I'm just trying to stay focused and trying to focus on getting to where I'm trying to be and further. And you know, it's just hard to believe where I'm at. And I'm thinking all the people like you. I'm thinking everyone. Thank you so much, bro. You helped me a lot. And I'm thinking everybody has helped me get to this position. And I'm gonna keep counting my blessings.
Well, I appreciate that, but you deserve everything that you've gotten because you are multi-talented and you work hard, my guy. I like every time I'll be talking to your mom, she's like, "Yeah, Lex is grinding. You see this new thing?" I'm like, "Yeah," because every time I see on my feed, he got a new sketch, he got a new song on your live. You like we dropping beats. I'm like, okay, he got music coming. I was like, okay, we out here. So
You
what?
know, oh, I was gonna say like it's real like because my mom she don't tell them the truth like she said she told me to my face she said you can't sing she said you can't sing and it's true I wasn't even mad I know it's true I can't sing so so that's when I started rapping and everything but like you know it's good to have like truthful people with you and family most of the time they're very helpful and they tell the truth they're gonna be 100 with you.
Yeah, 100. Hey, 100 if you want it or if you don't, they're gonna be 100 either way. That's what's up. But how's it been like with the music? I see you got with piano skills, man. You rapping a little bit. Is there music coming on the way?
You know, right now I'm trying to beat out my music video because I wrote the song. I recorded everything, but right now I'm just working on a music video. I don't have like, for example, like what I do is I get songs off the internet, like I got the Watcher #1. I got a beat from that and I rapped off of that. I edited the beat a little bit, but like I rapped off of that. And right now I'm just working on we're gonna get a beat box. That way I can like create my own like beats and create my own melodies. But right now we just writing and we create.
That's what's up. And where did that like drive come from, or where did the passion come from? Because I always knew. I mean, people know you as an actor, but you're musically talented. How long have you been doing that?
You know, I've been involved with music all my life. My mom's a dancer. She's a really good. She's been in a few music videos. She almost toured the world too. She was too tall though. She was too tall. She's extremely tall. But it's just music is just in me. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily a career that it's not necessarily something that I'm putting like forth. I'm putting in front of everything, but like it's something like one of those side things that like, you know, I'm not doing anything right now. Why not just work on music? But I've been playing the piano all my life. Been playing about like 9, 10, 11 years. And, you know, just keeping up with that and just music's just a part of me. And it's in my culture too. Yeah.
True. I think it's great for like fans to hear that not only have you like loved to do this, but you've been doing it for so long. Yes, you are 14, but you've been working at this for so long. Like,
Yeah.
you being on all that, you having this much skill, it is not given. This has been earned and it's been day after day, hour after hour. And that's great to see, man. And I love that. But and just one thing is just like I see you talked about your mom dancing, but you also be dancing too, man. I see you on TikTok. You
TikTok.
you verify on TikTok now, but you and your mom be dancing on TikTok. Y'all ain't like up in hotels, just be doing things like. So what's that been like? It's a new app, but you be destroying it.
It's gotten to the point where I can't show my mom the TikTok dances that I'm doing because we'll spend an hour working on it, and it's just a 10-second dance. And I'm like, Mama, she hardcore with the dancing. Like, growing up, that's all she did. She danced, and she put hours into it. And it's just like now she returned it a favor. But it's a lot of fun, and I've been able to like share content with my family and like put them in my videos. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, she's definitely helped a lot with the dancing aspect of it, and she's helped a lot.
That's what's up. And let your brother know. I saw TJ on there dancing with you too. I know.
Yes, sir.
I bet he don't like being in all of them, but he can get it. I see that,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, it runs in the family. My mom, she got some strong genes. Okay, she passed it down to the both of us. You know what I'm saying? Although personally, I think I'm the best. I'm the best sibling. At dancing. I'm not gonna. I mean, we might have to have a dance off. We might have to have the dance off. You know what I'm saying?
Put that on TikTok. Hey, you already know people gonna be watching.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So just going back to the fans, I put on there. We want to bring some fan questions because the fans always got questions for you. They want to know what's going on in your life. So the first fan question comes from @GabbyPierce. She said, "How'd you get into acting? And has this always been your passion?"
That's a good question. Now, I'm about to tell y'all a story time. All right. So acting, I've always been into the aspect of like the theater world. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was always in the school plays. I was always playing like the main characters like Jesus or Noah. But I had always been begging my parents, can you please put me in this? Can you please put me in this movie? And you please put me in this TV show? Not realizing that I have to audition a million times, but I will find out later. Excuse me. And one day my mom was just like, do you hate me? Do you hate me? I mean, you play piano, you play football, basketball. What more do you want, little man? And then my dad was like, you know what? There's this theater downtown, Indiana Repertory Theater, and we can send them there, and it'll suffice for now. And it did. A few weeks later, they called me. They were like, Lex, can you come audition for this Stuart Little in the play of Stuart Little? And I went there and I auditioned, and it was a little nerve-wracking at first because there were so many kids that had experience, and there were so many kids that had been in plays at that same theater before. And but I ended up getting it, and that's when I started off. That's how I started.
That's what's up, man. That's real cool. And shout out to IRT Indy. What's good? Repping the 317 for this interview.
Yeah.
We both from Indy. Hey, Indy in the house. But yeah, we got next one from @Lorenzo D. What is your top 3 actors, or who are your top 3 actors?
Okay, so definitely Denzel, Jamie Foxx. Ooh, and then this one's hard. Ooh, okay, so Denzel, Jamie Foxx, and I might say like because they don't necessarily have to be like serious actors, right? Because I could a Richard Pryor or something like maybe something like that. But yeah,
that's what's up. That's real dope. And I feel like I love Jamie Foxx. You just said you like Jamie Foxx. I feel like he's a sleeper, but like, cause he's just like you, he's so talented. Whether it's impressions, whether it's music, whether it's just strictly acting. Starting from comedy, he had his own show with like the Jamie Foxx show. Like, it's great to see that not only do you like appreciate that, about the older actors, what they've done, the Richard Pryors of the world. I was surprised to hear you say that. So I was like,
hey, yo, the Wayans brothers, like in Living Color. There's so many. It's hard to choose. I don't know, cause like that one's hard. Top 3, bro. That's
what's up. And then we got one more fan question. @Pauline News says, who would you like to see guest on All That? That's anybody. Who would you like to see guests on all that?
You know, I think King Batch. You know, I like King Batch. Is like he's such uh, a role model for me. I met him twice. One time it was in a movie theater. Second time it was okay. So it's crazy. It's kind of crazy at the story. So I had a full blown conversation with him at Super Bowl, and the first he was a theater. I don't think I had even booked all that yet, but I was new to LA, and I was just a new kid with a dream. You know what I'm saying? And we saw him, and I was like, yo, there's so many stars here. And then King Bash was over there. I was like, oh, snap. Oh, my gosh, I went over to King Bash. I was like, what's up, bro? He was like, what's up, little man? And then we got a picture with him. And then, like, a year later, I was on a TV show, and they had sent me out to do Super Bowl, to do social media all week long. And King Batch, he was there, and he came to our booth, and I told him what happened, and I asked him for advice. And he gave me he told me he watches a movie every night. He said, you got to find the thing that you're best at, and you got to stick to it. And you just got to work on that one thing, and you got to just soar. And we talked for a little bit. We met a lot of social media stars there. We met Adam. There was a lot of people, but yeah, it was great.
That's really dope, man. And like hearing that story, that kind of went full circle from meeting him before you even got on all that to meeting him when you got sent out for TV shows. It's dope to see. And I can't even wait to even go farther in a full circle if possible. When you guys are working together on either a sketch or a TV show. That's gonna be real dope.
That's a huge goal that would be huge. I've seen a lot of his movies, bro. Have you seen the movie Coffee and Kareem?
Yeah. With Taraji P?
Yeah, Taraji. You know what? The kid in that, the kid, he's on Dangerous, which is crazy. But he's bad. Yeah, that was amazing to see. Terrence he killed it in that. But I saw King Batch was in that one too. And he's such a funny actor, bro. His facial expressions, physical comedy. He's funny. I love him. He's cool.
That's what's up. We're almost out of time, but before that, I gotta ask you. Is there anything that's coming up? Anything that you could tease? Whether it's on all that, whether it's in your own pocket, because I know you be doing all types of stuff. What can the fans be waiting on? You know, we out here. We need some content.
I could give y'all a little something. So I just finished the beat sheet of a movie that I'm working on. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I can say. So y'all stay tuned, bro. Most stuff is coming. Big stuff is coming. So just finish the beat sheet, but y'all just stay tuned. Y'all just stay tuned. Y'all be informed soon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be informed soon.
That's what's up. Hey, I can't even wait. You already been verified, but hey, you on the come up. You already up there, and we can't wait to see what new stuff you gonna come up with. But before we leave, let the fans know, where can they find you on all your social media platforms?
All right, so TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all under Mr. Lex Lumpkin. Go follow me, you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support, and make sure to watch All That's on Saturday. All That on Saturday. Yeah. Boom.
All That Saturday, 8:30.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I appreciate you tuning in. And I appreciate you guys all tuning in. And yes, we gotta do this